Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
Anybody new to the channel, we attempt every Saturday to bring you some BOLO videos. And you know what BOLO means now.
I do.
You can share that with everybody.
Well, they all know as well because they watch us every week. But it
true.
is be on the lookout.
Yeah, and these are all items that we have up for sale, or that, well, not even up for sale. We don't have them up for sale anymore. They actually sold. And we give a little bit of a story about why they sold, why we listed them, why you should look out there for these items. And why don't you take it away?
All right. Well, I'm starting out with a big bang. I think everyone remembers the last Playboy that I sold, issue number 3. And this is issue number 2. So remember, I got these in a collection. They were not graded. I did have them cleaned, and we sent them out to be graded. And 2 of them were the highest graded ever, this being another one of them.
Wow.
I think there's 5 of these at this number in circulation. So it goes to show you how hard it is to get a high grade for early Playboys, because a 9.2 highest graded ever. We sold the one with Hugh Hefner's signature. They went for good money. Issue 3 went for, I think I took a $12,000 offer on that. And issue 2, I took a $12,500 offer, which was the same buyer that bought the issue 3.
Oh, wow. So he's got a high grade, nice collection. Holy mackerel.
And he made an offer. Once I put it up, I didn't even wait for it to go. Usually I wait for it to end, but I knew his price was fair. Again, I didn't.
And you've dealt with him before.
I dealt with him before. I knew he'd pay instantly, and I needed some capital to buy some big deals coming on. So I'm like, one item for $12,500 isn't
well,
too bad.
and that brings up a really good point. You might have been able to get $13,000 from somebody else or $14,000 from somebody else.
Right.
But this gentleman has worked with you before. Mm-hmm. He's dealt with you, and we're not talking about a $40 sale.
Right.
We're talking about a large sale that, if somehow or other you ended up defrauded on this, that would really hurt your bank.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So this is somebody that you trust because you've dealt with him before, and he trusts you. So that's a wonderful thing. You're willing to take a little less money because it's not somebody with zero positives saying, send it to me here in Singapore. Nothing against Singapore.
Right. Send
it to me over here to my cousin. Where you have the expectation it's
exactly.
a scam. You absolutely know that this gentleman is good, and there's no problems.
Yeah, and I did run some comps on this. Obviously, I didn't see any 9.2s in the last year in Terra Peak, but there was 9.0s and 8.8s and stuff, and they were going for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So if you compare it to comics, a 9 to a 9.2, let's say, is it worth 3 times the value? If it is, then it's $15,000. If it's worth 2.5 times the value, I sold it for that amount. And again, I'm happy with it. I can invest that into a bigger collection.
Right, but I think the biggest thing is you may have left a
safety. It was a safe.
Yeah, safety, exactly.
Bet,
you might have left $250 on a table, but who cares?
And we have 30 other ones graded. Maybe he'll buy some other ones as well. It's a good steady customer.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah. All right, moving on. I think I had these submitted. I got a bunch back. I don't think we showed the Gretzky yet. It just sold.
I think you actually did it sell and then not sell. Did it not get paid for?
It could be. That's what happened.
I think you've showed it before.
Yeah, but this time it did get paid for. I took a $850 offer on it. And I got it from my buddy. Got it graded. And I'm happy with the grade with it. Made some good money off this.
See, and that's the one problem. We do these BOLO videos, and we're not always paid on everything right away.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's why occasionally something or other will show up a second time. But we do like to show that sometimes things don't get paid for, but they end up getting paid for.
Yeah, and
or purchased again.
I took a little lower offer of $850. I wanted to get $1,000, but as I told Papergoy, there was this rare Star Wars figure I wanted. Been wanting it for a while, and it was $850. So I'm like, perfect. I can sell this for $850, get that for $850. The Star Wars figure I'm buying for $850 is probably worth $1,200, $1,500 anyways, retail wise. So I'm happy. All right, moving on. This basketball season, and anything signed seems to be hot no matter who it is. I don't know if you heard of James Wiseman or not, but he's a rookie from last year. And I sold this for like $250. I was sitting around for a while. At one point it was worth $350. You sit down and wait, you're going to get a little less. But I took the $250 and move on with it.
And that somebody or other pulled that out of a pack and
correct, yeah,
limited edition and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and you never know, he could get hurt. And it could be $50 in a week. So safe play.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy.
And again,
and I've still made some money, on that. Absolutely.
And that's the key.
Yeah.
You're never going to get every penny out of every item. You just can't.
Exactly. And again, you can't go wrong with Tom Brady,
that would
Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky.
What would those be?
No brainers.
Evergreens.
Oh, evergreen. There you go. Yeah.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, do check out one of our past replays of a live video, which is our lives are 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. very interactive. But do check it out. We did one where we talked about evergreens and things that an evergreen is something that will always sell. And Tom Brady cards, along with Michael Jordan, etc., are evergreens. They will always sell if you can buy them right.
And Wayne Gretzky.
And Wayne Gretzky.
So if you guys remember the card haul, the sports card haul.
And if you haven't seen that, it's a Monday bonus video.
And there was a bunch, tens of thousands, 10, 20,000 cards in the screw downs, which were better cards in the 90s and 2000s. But there was a lot that were in those flimsy holders. I found 5 Brady rookies in flimsy holders. So you're
this is his actual commonish.
Yeah, this is one of his cheapest rookies. But again, I found 5 of them in those flimsy top loaders. So at the time, he wasn't screw down worthy for the guy that was collecting it. So it goes to show you there's lots more diamonds in the rough. I just haven't gotten around to finding them.
And other people, you can find them out there as well if you buy a card collection. Depending on when the person collected and when they stopped collecting, something like this could just be sitting in there in
it doesn't look like much. I mean, if you don't, it's even hard to see his name on there, and he's not in his Patriots uniform either.
Yep.
So definitely could have a diamond in the rough there. All right, Dragon Ball Z is popular. It's Christmas season. It's toy season. You could definitely find these guys floating around. Loose figures can still go for $20, as you can see.
13 was a 13 inch.
It is a
figure?
13 inch, but we had some other ones that are 8 inch, and they're still $15, $20.
And that's just loose, and it went for $19 plus shipping loose.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the magazine theory. If it's obscure and we've never had it, it's probably worth something. Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. You're not going to find any dollar Dragon Ball Z figures. If they're loose, they're going to be $10 or more.
Wow.
All right, and again, Transformers are hot. It's toy season, and these don't look like much. These are the mini ones. The I don't know what line it is. It might even be the micro line or a little bigger. But again, these go for $25 if you see them out there. Even if they're loose, they're $5 a piece.
Wait, $5 each? So I can break that open and make money? Or all
well,
four
if you found them loose, they're worth at least $5 a piece on them loose. So yeah, definitely you could break them out if the packaging was rough. Sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And lastly, you'll see these everywhere. It looks like nothing. It's just a Hot Wheels in a package, but again, $12 it went for. So, and you can find these for 50 cents or $1. They look like nothing, but again, some are harder to find. There's different color variations, wheel variations, and this is, say this was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old now. You're not going to see it at Toys R Us, this particular car. Once it's out of stock, out of print, you certainly could go up to $10, $15.
Wow, and I know a lot of people, who collect them. They definitely know their stuff in there. So it's it's definitely a niche worth getting into. But it's got from the looks of it, it's got a pretty good sized learning curve.
Yeah.
As far as, but jumping with both feet, why not? They're easy to ship.
Sure. Absolutely.
How do you ship those?
The little boxes. We got bubble wrap around them in a little box. Give them enough room so they can not get crushed.
And what do they weigh packed?
4 or 5 ounces. I think 4 ounces. Yeah. If you put them in the smaller box, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they're cheap to ship, and you can buy the boxes fairly inexpensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that should be your goal for 2022. Get into Hot Wheels. Nothing wrong with it. It's because, as you said, you're spending 50 cents to $1 in order to pick them up. Any Hot Wheel from 5 years ago, what's the minimum it's going to go for?
I would put up for $10. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't see why not. You're not gonna find it in the store. If someone wants it, they gotta pay you the $5 or the $10 for it. Yeah.
So there you go. There's your goal for 2022. Do write that down, and when we do the live show about the goals, you now have one. Next thing I have up over here, the first thing I have up over here are just a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Shields and Yarnell. Do you remember them?
I do. Yeah. I want to forget them now, but yes.
Anybody our age? I think they used to be on the Electric Company, if I remember right, starring on there, where they acted like robots, and they would have a giant key, and they would turn it in the back, and they would walk around like this all the time. So a little blast from the past. Don't invest heavily in Shields and Yarnell items, because I've had this up since 2013, and it finally sold.
Invest in Dynamite, though, because they do sell.
Dynamite magazines sell. Shields and Yarnell are not flying off the shelf at this point. But I just wanted to do this in our video. Makes it great. I guarantee you no other reseller is doing that in their videos.
Thank God it's a smaller picture of you.
Even Shields and Yarnell aren't doing that in their videos. Next thing we have over here, and I want to give a shout out to friend of the channel, Auction Professor, because I never would have bought something other like this, except for him saying that things like this sold. You were actually with me when I got this at an estate sale. We've actually got a video, really old video out there. Check out the Scotty Dog haul. Scotty's Diner, advertising pencil, Scotty Dog, Newark, Elizabeth, Union, New Jersey. Took $15 or $16 offer on it, free shipping.
Nice.
But I got $16 out of this. I think I paid $1 for it. Doesn't really look like very much over here. Did 2 different pictures of it. One on one side, one on the other side. These things, they do sell. Whether somebody bought it because, I know the person who originally bought it because it has a Scotty dog on it. But I don't know if the person that bought it off of me did so because they collected Scotty dogs, which always sell, or if they bought it because they're from New Jersey. I don't really know why, and guess what? I don't particularly care why.
Exactly.
They bought it, and that's the important thing out there. But advertising pens and pencils do sell. Definitely be on the lookout for them. Next item we have up over here. Boy, I'm just not Papergoy anymore, am I?
No, it doesn't look like it.
I bought this for $10. I sold it for $35, something or other like that. But I couldn't believe everybody else walked by it. It just was the kind of thing that just jumped out at me.
Yeah.
The Crayola, Binny and Smith, the Crayola Crayon Makers Easton Chapter 25-year Club ashtray. If you worked for the company for 25 years, you got an ashtray. And it was still new. It had been out of the package for the pictures, but it had never been used. And it came in the original mailing box, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. It's just one of those things caught my eyes. I said, how many of these can possibly be out there?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
No.
So that's one of those, and it goes back to what we always talk about. If you have the opportunity that you see something that you absolutely know you're going to make money on, and it's not within what you're dealing in, and it's easy to ship. This is the size of an ashtray. It's not like it's a piece of furniture or anything.
Right.
Very easy to ship. I picked it up. After all my expenses, I probably made $10 off of it for, 2 minutes of work.
Right, exactly.
Can't really argue about that kind of thing. And again, it's not what I usually sell.
Right.
If I were a niche and I sold crayon and that kind of thing, I probably would have sold it for $50 a lot quicker.
Right.
I took a little less, but I didn't pay a lot on it, compared to what it ended up selling.
Did you put it in like a tobacco category or?
No, I put it in the crayon category.
Okay.
Yep, the writing utensils or instruments or whatever the category is. Yep.
Very cool.
Next item we have over here, and I showed this a long way back in one of the haul videos. The Night Before Christmas 1920 softcover book, Toyland McCurdy and Company. Read that condition out loud.
Split at spine, front and back cover detached, piece missing off top of cover, and first page small something or other.
You're right. Yeah.
Small read more.
Small read more, exactly. It is not in good shape. Literally the covers are detached. I paid $1 for it at a flea market just because of the condition. But even as I mentioned when I bought it, I said, I know this is going to sell. And I ended up selling for $25 because I knew that it's just got a neat little image. Now, whether the person collected it because of Santa Claus, whether they bought it because of McCurdy and Company, if they would have bought it quicker, had I put Santa Claus in a listing, I don't know. But that's a whole other story.
Maybe they bought it because he's like a giant compared to them.
That is a
See
giant.
how large he is? Yeah.
That is a giant. It's a scary Santa Claus. Yeah. Whatever the reason they bought it, I do the comedy here.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever the reason they bought it.
When did that start?
Wow. Hey-oh, shots are fired again. Don't be afraid of buying something rather than off condition. If the price is right, I've got nothing against talking down the condition when you're buying it in a case like this. This is cool. Too bad the covers are detached.
Right.
It was $1. How much can I talk it down in price anyway?
Sure.
But, if somebody goes, I want $10 on it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know the covers were detached. They'll lower their price a lot of times on it. But don't necessarily let it keep you from buying it, because how many of these can possibly exist? Next item we have up over here is a show you're a fan of, and we talked about this on our live show. I picked it up at a garage sale for, I think, $5, something other like that.
Wow,
Sold for
cool.
$40-some.
Holy cow, that's nice.
Sopranos cheese serving set, unused wooden cutting board, and 2 spreaders. It had been opened but had never been used. It was still sealed right there. So, of course, you mentioned it's got a little scuffing on the box and everything like that, but it is brand new.
Cool. Nice.
Pick that up, and again, that's yet another one of those things. I'm out at a sale. I don't deal in Sopranos cheese serving set spreaders. That's not my
It's from
niche.
Carmela's kitchen, too, his wife, yeah. Everyone knows that.
Oh boy, I better not have. If I stole that, I'm in big trouble. I'm going to get whacked for selling that. But again, I'm at a sale. I see that there. The price is right. It's sealed. Like I said, I think I paid $5 for it.
Yeah.
Made a quick $20-25 just for being at the right place at the right time. General Electric GE refrigerator warranty certificate card and instructions. This is one of those items that I showed a random neighborhood kid, and his comment was, "Why do people buy this crap?" I think I got $15 out of it. My answer to him was, of course, the stock answer. Where else you gonna find it?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be afraid to list things like this. And one of the keys of listing something other like this, when did I list this?
This year.
This year. Yeah. So this didn't even sit that long. It sat for a couple of months, and I think I took $15 out of it. I'm going to say I didn't pay anything for it because I'm certain I didn't purposely go out of my way to buy this.
Yeah, my default is $1. Just $1. It's probably less. Free throw-ins, whatever.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. So list stuff like this, you absolutely never know. Next thing we have over here. What did I just say, if you were awake listening? What did I just say 3 minutes ago about condition?
Well, seeing that I only got 2 hours of sleep, I'm going to guess that condition doesn't matter if you have something rare.
There we go. Hiram Sibley and Company vintage seed packet. When I tell you this thing is small, I would say that it was probably, I could rather than tell you, I was going to guess 2 by 3, 2¼ inches by 3 inches. Very, very small. Interesting looking color. Some dirt on it. Open on cover. Or open on corner. Missing the corner. I got $15 out of this.
Nice.
And again, it obviously is rare.
Yeah.
But $15 out of a tiny seed packet like that.
And again, that sold within a year or so.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't sit on it that long. And the person that bought it emailed me and said, "I absolutely love it. Let me know if you get any more."
Oh, okay.
So can't argue with that whatsoever. Condition does not matter on this older stuff. It really, truly does not. And the last thing we have here, this is an absolute bolo. I have found, not this particular one, but I have found 8 to 10 of these, probably 10 to 12 of these throughout the years. Mm-hmm. They are out there. They sell. They sell for some decent money. I cannot tell you why. NEC National Electric Code, this is the supplement to the 1947 code. So this isn't even that large. It's, usually these are 120, 150, 180 pages.
Yeah.
60 pages roughly. Unpaginated. Ooh, look at that. Sounds like I know what I'm talking about. $255 with 5 bids.
Holy crow. Wow. I was dozing off on that, and now I'm awake.
Anything NEC with the code older does sell. $255 for this. And it's not a one-time sale. Any of them you can pick up $50, $75, $100, $125 for. You do find them out there. One place that I would give you a little bit of an insider tip, if you go to estate sales, always look in the tool area. I don't deal in tools. You don't deal in tools.
No,
I always look at paper items. 2 things that you'll regularly find. You can find things like this, and you can also find another thing that will sell. You'll find the like the Sherwin-Williams pamphlets with the paint swatches on it.
Okay. Yep.
Those sell as well. So you can end up picking up a pile of those, and they'll just look at the pile and go, $5, get it out of here, on that kind of stuff.
It made you smile.
It would make me smile. That pile would make me smile. So definitely do look for these. They are out there. I've had, like I said, 10 to 12 of them throughout the years, different years, of course. Yeah. Pretty good money for something rather like that.
Can I argue with that?
So hopefully that helps you some out there. Hopefully an insider tip helps you. Do hit the like button. Do comment down below, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.